my computer.
This way. You're using computer audio.
Do you have two of those? Because if I go get my connector, I think I have it. Then we could both be on at the same time, right?
I don't have another. There's only one headphone
Oh,
jack
okay.
in here,
Got it.
and this one doesn't work in there. So.
All right. I'll pass it over.
Yeah. Or you might. It depends on how noisy it is.
It depends how noisy it is. Yeah, we'll go with the flow.
Because then you can do it just without plugging it in.
Oh, yeah.
Just do it. It's pretty good. The speakers are pretty good. I've done conferences.
Well, we'll see how it sounds.
Without that.
And then we'll ask them. Because if they chat, then.
Yeah, yeah. So that way you have both options. Just a little bit of water.
It's almost that time.
I know I'm ready, Mom. I'm ready. I'm really, really happy when I picked my Sankofa because I got confirmation in Catherine's, and then I got even more with Leanne's, and I just think it's going to be a nice way to end.
Great. That's my friend Deb. We're at a yoga training today. No worries, Deb. Come on in. Wave. So I'm at a yoga training, and this is the last day of our 200 hour, and I'm with my great friend Deb, and she gets to present her very special yoga class last. Me, my yogis, talking about connecting to community.
Yes, it's important.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
But we're just breaking for lunch, so it's going to be entertaining in here.
How long are you on for?
Half an hour. And I have people with my.
Your lunch over here?
No. We'll just have it. I'll have it later. Okay. But yes, we're doing our final week. Thank you. So hopefully, I know I have some of you that are doing things today. So this is going to be very authentic and raw and real, background and all. And I think Emily will be on a plane on her way to Costa Rica. She won't be joining us today, but the rest will. So we do I'd love it if we all get to see and meet Doris, although it is a long weekend in the United States, so not sure, but she's part of our 28 days of intentional connection. And she's been connecting virtually. Also, I'd just like to say last week's recording, it recorded great. It's just, it was too big a file for me to transfer anywhere but on a flash drive. So we'll begin to upload that along with this recording today.
20. Is it recording?
It's recording.
Okay.
So we've been yakking. They're getting all the background and everything.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
okay.
Deb told us all about her class.
Did she came on here?
Yeah, she was talking over it, setting the table.
Oh.
Yeah. We're at a really good, beautiful Zen. What is the name of this yoga studio?
Body and Soul.
Body and Soul on the Go. And Zaza Pizza, downtown London. The most nutritious pizza you can ever imagine. And many other great things.
So is there somebody on there now?
No, but it's recording.
Oh, cool.
So we have to be nice to each other. We're always nice. Get in here, Catherine.
We're always nice to each other.
So Catherine's here. She's part of my yoga training.
Yep.
Catherine's also responsible for everything you see on my mohagan.com website, and is just been a great partner helping me build my brand.
She's awesome. Awesome to work with. Lots of fun.
You.
So many great things are coming from this.
Oh, yes.
Oh, so many.
Yeah,
oh, we're going to have fun.
So much and so much coming.
We're just getting started.
That's right. Just getting started. Oh, it's boy.
Weird looking at yourself, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Oh, boy.
You get used to it after a while. I've taught so many years where you have mirrors on all the walls, so you can't help but see yourself.
Yeah.
So you have to learn. You just kind of learn to look through it.
Look through it and not see yourself.
But there's occasionally you do go, oh my God, really.
Yeah.
I think I do need to color the roots.
Yeah. Where's Heather? Bring her in there.
I know. Yes.
She'll style us for this.
What kind of tea are you drinking?
I think it's turmeric.
Turmeric.
Really nice.
It's the kind of tea I'm supposed to learn to like to drink because turmeric is really good for inflammation.
Yeah, you don't like turmeric?
I don't really like tea.
Oh, don't you?
I'm an espresso coffee girl.
Yeah. What else is good for inflammation? Greens, anything green. is good.
Greens, yeah.
Apple cider is.
Apple cider vinegar.
Mhm.
One of the it's in
Vitamin C.
pineapple. Bromine.
Yep.
And there's another one. What's the other one? Devil's Claw, Boswellia,
Mhm.
glucosamine. They're all in a great. Actually, there's a really good product that puts it all together. You don't have to figure out how to whip up your own concoction.
Mm.
It's the joint mobility product with Muskin. It
Oh,
has
really?
all of that in one.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what all the ingredients are.
I'll bring it to you.
Yeah.
So I think it's actually called cartilage formula, and then there's one called bone formula. They're both great. And I find if I supplement a little bit, it just helps me out because hereditary wise,
Makes a huge
yeah,
difference.
the whole female end. I just recently learned even my father's side of the family has a lot of osteoporosis.
Same. My mom has
So you need to
Yeah.
supplement.
Yeah.
So it looks like we're recording, and it is 1 minute to go. So
exciting.
this is the last week.
The last week of this and the last week of yoga. Everything's
Oh
going
my
to be closed, and it's at the end of the month.
And it's the end of the month.
So what does June bring?
Oh, you have no idea. I'll tell you when I can, though.
Yeah.
Lots happening.
So are you going to do a yoga, like you're going to do your class at Innovation Works?
Yeah.
And then what are your other plans for yoga?
Well, I'm putting it out to the universe that Good Life will hire me to teach a hot yoga class. Because I do have my Yoga Fit
That'll
sweat.
happen. Yeah.
And so I'd love to teach hot yoga there.
Yeah, I love
And
hot
even
yoga.
if it's like a combination of from my Yoga Fit training and this, but I'd really like to teach in the community and give back.
Mhm.
And when I mean that, I mean I'm not looking to make money off of teaching. I just love to contribute and help people find more groundedness in their life. And
Your class reflected that, no question. I'll
Thank
show
you.
you the beautiful bracelets.
yeah,
These are the bracelets, the chakra bracelets.
and I have
Isn't it weird?
mine are a little different, but we're gonna do a team bracelet. I'll post it later.
What was your scent?
Mine was a wild orange, but this one, this big one, which is a necklace, I put on peppermint
That's nice.
for energy
Can I smell
yesterday.
it? It's so weird.
I don't know if it smells
Yep,
good.
smells peppermint.
Yes, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But all day I could feel it in my body,
Mm.
and it was great because the room's warm and it gave a lot of coolness.
Yeah.
That
Is that
was
what
great.
peppermint's invigrating, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine was lavender. I don't need
Oh, yeah.
any more invigorating. Like, calm it down. It's kind of
Wow.
funny we got what we needed.
I
You know,
know.
it's so amazing how that works.
Oh my gosh, so true. And there wasn't.
Same with that card yesterday. You know, the card, I didn't say anything in the class.
Yeah.
Oh, there's somebody there.
Good
Oh,
morning.
there she is, Rona. Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Very good, thanks.
Did you get a haircut?
No,
Oh, it's up. I was going to say.
Looks nice.
Looks
I have,
great.
I have to teach a couple of workshops today, so
Yes, I see you've been busy all weekend.
yeah, it's been fun.
Can you hear background noise from us? Or can you hear me
Yes.
okay?
Yeah, I can hear background noise, but that's okay. It's not
Yes.
very loud. See if I can make me.
I have a pretty loud voice, so if it gets too much, because we're on a yoga training and they're going to come in for lunch soon,
That's right.
so we might I'll stick the headset on if need be.
No, it's fine.
Do you
Hi.
remember Catherine? She was our lovely techie in the first couple weeks that had her computer up for us.
That's
as I was
right.
learning.
Yeah.
Catherine's part of my yoga training, so we've been training for 200 hours together.
Nice.
Well, second last.
Second last.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Next week I'm on a yoga retreat as well.
Yeah.
So I don't think I can make the call because I think we're having a yogi coming from India.
Wow.
And so my mentor, it's South Okanagan Yoga Academy. Every year she brings someone to one of the retreat centers here. So last year it was Doug Keller who created the therapeutic wisdom of yoga. And then I've had who was Tracy White and Ganga Rich. We've had this guy coming from India. I can't remember his name. but I'll meet him next week. But some amazing people she brings in for us. Oh, and Eric Schiffman. So I've never been a groupie before.
And now you are.
I'm a groupie of Eric Schiffman. He is amazing. He married Humphrey Bogart's daughter. They live in California. And he's like 6'4". I think he's about 65 years old. He has hair, gray curls down to his waist. And when Eric walks in the room, he floats in the room. He doesn't walk in the room. He's just incredible. Incredible.
What's his name?
Eric, E-R-I-C-H, Schiffman. He was the yogi that did the video with, what's her name? It was a yoga video. She wore all white. Ali McGraw.
Oh, yes.
Huffman or Ifman?
Schiffman. S-C-H-I-F-F-M-A-N-N.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Ali, I think I have that video, that DVD.
Yeah, that's kind of made his fame.
Wow, that's so cool.
Look at him in
Are
this.
you ladies enjoying your training? That's him.
Yeah, yeah. It's been a great training. It's been very a lot of. This is your headset, right?
Yep.
Incredibly insightful. Our yogi master Jocelyn is just incredible. Probably gonna have to put the headset on now because they're coming
Yeah,
in.
it's getting
for
noisy.
food. Just 1 second, Rona.
Okay.
How about I have you share?
He looks like
He does. Oh my gosh, Eric looks like quite the character.
Oh, he is. He's hilarious. And if you Google him, you can actually do some 15-minute meditations with him.
Oh, 15-minute meditations with him. Google.
He's awesome.
Cool. Well, I put myself on headset. I am going to have Catherine
Here, I'll go on.
share one of our great, powerful tips of connection this week. So, because there is lunch being served, would you mind sharing we are prepping for this call together, and we were talking about connecting with community. And since this is being recorded, I'm going to start officially because I respect your time. The others will listen in later. And I'm going to walk us through this last week. But I said to Catherine, everything this week you can connect in the practice of yoga. And I know you know that. So then Catherine shared something with me, and I just want her to share it on this call because I think it's just so impactful. So I'm going to pass the headset to you. Can you just share that and take it, lead off any way you like?
Okay.
Introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about who you are first for the others that are going to
Okay.
listen later.
My name's Catherine, and Mo and I have known each other for 10 years at least, right? Maybe longer.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I started probably around the same time I started my company that works with media companies all over Canada and the US, getting them onto the digital side. So I've been working with Mo on her website and getting her digital sort of presence up there, and it's been great. It's been
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
Great.
Yeah.
And
And
we just
we're
had somebody else pop on. Oh, it's Jenny. Can't see.
It's
See
small.
part of your head.
so like a little tiny head.
But Catherine's just going to share her interpretation of our week 4 theme of connecting with community. So I'm going to have her.
Yeah, we were just talking about that beforehand, and connecting with community in my mind is always something that seems kind of overwhelming because it's very hard. It feels like a big thing, and in my mind I'm always looking for something big to do, and it's hard to sort of make that a practice on a daily basis. So what I do is sort of in my morning, sort of getting the day started, is I always think about, show me in my kind of a meditation, but just maybe silently in my head, I just think about places where I can show love in the day, and allowing that to show up. And so that can mean something very small, or it can mean something that's really big, but just kind of listening to that and being open to listening to that over the course of the day. Try to find where you can show love. It can be sending a text to someone that just pops into your mind that you haven't thought of in a while. It could be sending a book, like, that badass book. I sent that to my niece. That was one of my things. It just popped in my head, and she's at third year university. She needs to be more of a badass, so it was good timing and kind of a little bit of a surprise in the mail. But just, you don't know where that's going to happen. But all of that sort of makes you very conscious and aware of how you can sort of reach out in your community. Maybe not in a structured way or a formal way or in a way that you name it, but just kind of allowing that to happen every day.
That's perfect.
That's that.
Perfect. Well, thank you. I'll let you go.
You're
eat
welcome.
lunch, and
Okay,
I'll keep
avocado toast. I'm on my way.
going. Oh, right. Save me some. Hello, everybody. Hello.
Hi, Mo.
I welcome the rest of you on this Zoom call for our final week number 4, connecting with community. So first of all, thank you for popping on. I know we've got some of you are out doing other things. Emily's on a plane to Costa Rica to do her connection with her love, which is martial arts. And she's doing a martial arts retreat in the jungle with some Thai boxing master. And I can't wait to hear her adventures. And then I know it's a holiday in the US, so as much as I'd love for all of you to have met Doris Threws, Doris is connecting with us afterwards. So this week we've got, and first of all, I'm in a really cool restaurant here in London called Zaza Pizza. It's the most passionately made pizza with the love of mindfulness and yoga. The owners of this pizzeria, the one owner, is my yoga teacher.
Oh,
and,
cool.
So Jocelyn Brock, she's been a presenter at CanFit Pro events with her Qigong work, and she's just an amazing. The yoga practice we've been doing for 200 hours, for my 200-hour training, is emotion yoga, talking about connection. And so we're on our second last day, our last weekend. So I'm in an environment that's a bit busy with people eating some very nutritious food at the moment. So I'll get on with what we're talking about this week. I can see behind me I have this glowing light. It's kind of weird. But I do feel like I'm glowing. I taught my class yesterday, and it was great to connect with a different style of teaching than I've been used to teaching for so many years. And for Kim and yourself, Rona, you know exactly what I mean, going from pre-choreography to freestyle and trusting the freedom and flexibility, even from getting off your mat and moving around the class. That I had to really connect with my courage to do that because it felt really uncomfortable. So this week, it's all about connecting to community. And I know that this has impactful meaning to be the last of the 4 weeks of 28 days of intentional connection, because it layers on. You need to first learn to connect and love yourself, connect and know yourself, connect and reveal yourself. And through all of that experience, then you are able to have a greater connection to that universe or the power, the energy around you, which was week 2. And then week 3 was, again, just like I talked about, I didn't even intend to say this, when I had to get off my mat and make that connection. Well, it felt hard to do. It was easy. It was just having to take the step into that uncertainty from being a pre-choreography instructor to now having the freedom of walking around the room and connecting with others. And then that brings us to the final week of connecting with community. I'm grateful that Catherine shared her connection, because we were talking about this before we started today, although it is on the recording. We were saying how sometimes people complicate their lives, thinking that connecting with community has to be hard, has to be time consuming, it has to come with a cost of either time or money. But it doesn't. It's just like what she said, making an intention to connect and opening yourself up. You know, when I decided to connect with community back a few years ago, I felt really disconnected to London because I was traveling so much. And while I loved the global part of my work, I was traveling so much, I didn't even know, I couldn't really say I had a lot of good connections in London other than the people I work with every day. So I did a small thing by, instead of having coffee at home, I started going to a coffee shop and just wandering through the coffee shop, having my coffee. And instead of running out the door and going in my car, I sat in the coffee shop and I just watched people. And it happened every single time I met someone or somebody came up and said hi. They knew me from the club, or they wanted to ask me a question about fitness. That in itself was a very easy step, but it was a way of connecting with community.
That's cool.
So yeah, so it's fun to do. You know, you'll receive a lot of incredible gifts in response to putting yourself out there. I know, Kim, you've been putting yourself out there in many ways you haven't yet, and you've just been blossoming. I've been watching you on social media, and Rona, you do that as well. So we're all great ambassadors of connecting with community, and I hope that you'll continue to share your stories of connection long after this 28 days is over. You know, when I reflected on these 7 days, when I wrote this for Jerry 3 months ago, I didn't realize that every single thing starting from tomorrow to Sunday, or however you choose to start your week with this connection challenge, every single one of these connects with a yoga practice. And then I realized, or does the yoga practice connect to the way we want to live our life? However you look at it, right? So, you know, asking yourself, why do I exist? Well, that's the sankalpa, or your intention, right? And sometimes we don't know what the intention is, but we have to just ask ourselves, you know, why are we here? And then that connection and being open to receive, as Catherine said earlier, the sankalpa, or the intention, will reveal itself.
Mm-hmm.
Day 2, connecting and contributing to a cause. Again, when you listen back to the front of this recording, you'll see that Catherine had asked me, she didn't realize that we were being recorded. She said, Mo, what do you want to do with your yoga after this? And I said, I want to teach in the community, and I'm going to be teaching at the pillar, or what we call Innovation Works. It's a nonprofit organization, and they offer community classes. So I'm going to teach on Thursday mornings a community class. I can't wait. I've signed up. I'm ready to go. It starts in, I think because of my travel schedule, it starts in the first week of July, and I teach right through to the week before World Fitness Expo. And that's how I'll do my 20 hours of community hours for my training, but in a community of, with a cause to connect further with my community. The black box is the middle of the week for me, the Wednesday. Give yourself permission to receive. Oh my gosh. I have to say, I get so busy in life, sometimes I forget about receiving because I'm so busy feeling responsible for contributing that I forget to create space for receiving. And that's, I'm realizing my yoga practice shuts down my chakras. And how do I open them? I have to be open to receive, right? So what a powerful one to think about. And then visualizing the life you desire. Wow. I mean, we do that on the yoga mat, right? Mm-hmm. In the poses, when we stand within the pose, or we're on the bike teaching, or we're doing what we do, where we, you know, live the life we desire, but can we take that into the rest of our life? So visualizing it, I found that out in one pose today, angel pose. You know, the one where you just stand, arms open, chest lifted, and I lifted my heels off the ground. I just stood there, and I thought of just stepping in to the life that I desire, and I realized I was already in it. But was I willing to maybe take the risk of lifting my heels off the ground, losing my balance, and trusting that the universe is going to take me forward in my fall, or my loss of balance, or my failure? And I don't know if you've heard my saying, you know, as long as you're failing forward, that's success. Mm. So that's a great connection. And then this one, of course, if you know chakras, throat chakra, speak your truth. You know, speaking your truth is really hard for people. I know it's hard for me because I feel that I feel that it's an expectation that I act or be or accomplish what is expected. What about you? Do you speak your truth, and do you tell people what you're really thinking and feeling? And why is that so scary? It's really not. What's scary is not being able to speak your truth and having to, you know, hold yourself back from that authentic connection with the world, you know, even if it's starting with your community. So I really have to think about that one. And I know for me, I recently purchased my throat chakra bracelet because I know for me, that's an area that I think, Rona, you'll remember from years ago. Kim, you certainly know that when I've struggled with my weakness, my Achilles heel, it was losing my voice. Mm-hmm. And what was that trying to tell me? You know, speak your truth or you'll lose that ability to do so.
My daughter bought me this. I can't remember. It begins with an L, but it is for your throat chakra.
Yep. It's labyrinth,
something like that. Yeah. And she's very spiritual too. And like, Mom, you need this.
Yep.
Speak your truth. Here you go.
Yep. And that's the throat chakra gem. Yeah, you're right. It's the stone. That's there. That's powerful. And it is. Do you feel different when you have that on versus when you don't?
I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I wear it all the time.
Well, good for you. Good for you. And I know that one I had to, when I did my angel pose today, I lifted up my heels and I had to state my intention and speak my truth. And that was, I'm going to step forward, even though it's the unknown. And I kind of like to know what's ahead of me. But I'm just going to trust in that. And this has really helped me be intentional to connection. I can't say I'm perfect at doing it, but that's why I love the community that this has created, because I know we're all going to keep connected even after this 28 days and put out, whether it's powerful. I mean, when I saw you in your photo yesterday, Rona, doing your yoga, I thought that's why I'm taking my yoga training. It made me excited to teach, because I know I'll be doing that with a lot more confidence.
Oh, awesome.
And then connecting with your community. I mean, that one we talked about first and foremost. And then this last one, end the day, one moment of gratitude. And, you know, that sounds so easy to do, but you get, you know, you end your day, and I tend to go right to the end of the day. And then I kind of fall into bed, and I've been very connected to the whole gratitude thing in the last number of months. But I realized it's, again, we take the time at the end of our yoga practice to express gratitude in our sharing and with namaste, but do we do that in our life? So again, you know, is the yoga practice really about the way we should be practicing life? And what we learn on the mat is really the gift to teach us how to live our life.
Mm-hmm.
And living our life totally connected to ourself, with our greater, whatever the universe is, whether that's a belief, a God, an energy, and then of course it's the people around you. There's a plaque on the wall right behind me. It's up here. I don't know. You won't be able to see it, but it's up on the wall. I'm going to quote it. You are the average of the 5 people that you keep close to. Holy smokes, powerful. And then I love this one. What people think of you is none of your business.
Right.
So, yeah. And then this one over here, won't be able to see. Actually, there's one up on the wall. I'm going to bring this up because I went to straighten it. Here's Mo, her control freak. You know, one's crooked. I went to straighten it up because I thought, oh, I got to balance it for this, you know, video. And then I realized it's stuck on the wall crooked for a reason. It says, note to self, let shit go.
Ah, that's so good.
I like it. I laughed.
That's awesome.
Because I would totally straighten it too, Mo.
I know, Kim, eh?
Yeah, I would have tried to straighten it as well.
Yeah. And then I look at your poster behind you, Rona, with those gorgeous legs, and I think, oh, I got to keep going to the gym.
You know who that is? That's Karen Voigt.
Oh my God, if you had said, who was that? I would have guessed it.
So when I first started learning step and all that, Karen Voigt was my mentor. It was because I lived in Prince Rupert and there were no courses to go to. So I just bought all her VHSs and I learned and learned and learned. And I'll show you another one I have of her.
Oh my God.
See your butt?
Oh yes. Wow.
She is just the most amazing mentor. And still. And it's quite interesting. You know, once in a while I'll throw in her VHS because I still have the machine. And it's amazing how much I teach like her still.
Wow.
But yeah, that's her.
Wow. And you know, you can go to Walmart. Is it Walmart or Costco? And you can get your VHSs converted.
Oh, can you?
Yeah. And it's not expensive. I had somebody convert my very first new body video. I don't know if you remember the VHS with the Rika clothes I had on. My member who loves my new body classes bought that video 26 years ago. And she had it and she asked me permission if she could convert it so she could take it with her on holidays.
Wow.
And I think she went to Costco and they made her bring me a piece of paper to sign off that I was allowing her permission to convert it. But maybe you can. but now
Very
she
cool.
has that on DVD, which I thought, oh gosh. So I said, so she gave me a gift, which was my first VHS I now have on a DVD.
Very nice.
Yeah, there's connection with your community that connects with you on the things that you do and the way that you teach and the way that you are. And that's the power in connection. And we have to realize that stepping into our own purpose and our, asking ourselves, why are we here? That's really a powerful, first step in connection, because if we don't know who we are and how we show up and how we want to show up, then how can we become or be that person that's truly in the virtue of who we, spiritually, emotionally, physically, mentally are meant to be. So, yeah. I
Kim,
didn't
do you
realize.
teach yoga? Sorry, Kim, do
Go
you
ahead.
teach yoga?
No, I'm not. I'm certified with Body Flow, but I did more raise yoga a long time ago. But no, I just haven't. I took my focus in different directions.
Well, Body
Yeah.
Flow is beautiful.
Yeah, something I would consider going back to, but I just choose where to bring my focus right now, I guess, because I can get led in many directions if I'm not careful. So,
Well, Kim, that's connection, because you're choosing where you connect your time, energy, effort,
Yep.
people, community.
Yep.
And you know what? Whatever is next is going to be there when you're ready and when it's right time for you.
Yep.
Yep. And
that's exactly how I see it. Yeah.
I spent 5 years wanting to do a yoga training, and it was at the point where I was having to either let go or step in. And I realized, because of what was taking place here in London, that I needed to wait. And through waiting, I found the one that was meant for me. And it's interesting, it's meant for me, but I had to learn that the style of learning in this particular training required more of me to connect and show up than the way I prefer to be taught, which is to be led. I like to just have it handed to me, but I had to hold myself more accountable this time around, which I realized was part of the gift of this particular training. And it all came to me yesterday. Mr. Jerry. Hello, sir. It's nice to have you.
Thank you. I just wanted to pop in and see you guys.
Well, listen, we got 5 minutes left. So
Cool.
we finished what my intention for today was. We've had a great 4 weeks, and some really interesting things have come out of it. I might just ask Rona first, then Kim. Rona, do you want to share something that came out of this 28 days for you? And then Kim, the same. And then we'll pass it to Jerry to finish. And you can share with us what your thoughts are and where this is going to take you and take us.
I really enjoy having a schedule, and I think because I have my yoga background and I really speak my truth a lot, that I do a lot of these things. So, for example, on the Monday, it was the long weekend, connect with one new person. So I went to the farmer's market and I got to meet a lot of new people that I hadn't met before, and I bought their wares because I think that's really important. Listening to my heart, I do that a lot, though sometimes our heart can lead us astray. So we really need to listen to our gut. And, I think I smile all day. So I never brought that into play.
Sorry, can you say that again? Because you froze.
Yeah, and on Saturdays, like smiling all day. I don't consciously think about I have to smile, but apparently I do smile a lot but I connect with a lot of people all day because of my classes and my clients.
Yeah.
And then on the Saturday, schedule quality time with a friend. I did teach that yoga class yesterday to raise money for my friend that's going to Nicaragua to help build a house for a single mom there. So that was really great quality time that I spent with her to help her.
Oh, wow. That's so amazing. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, thank you for letting me.
Kim, what about you last week? Do you want to share?
I've been up to lots of different things. I was like last week, and I have to be honest that I haven't been following it day by day because my direction takes me different energies. But I think with my new profession, I'm constantly connecting with new people because just new people are coming into my life, and I'm really grateful for that because I've been so focused on fitness for 25 plus years. And I've been meeting a lot of great people. I had the privilege of going in and working with some, 10 and 11 and 12-year-old girls this week, building on their, body image and body acceptance and self-esteem. So that's been fantastic. And, I have to say that I absolutely love this weather. So I'm really making a point of getting outside with my dog and going for walks. And, I'm leaving for Colorado on Wednesday till Monday. And that's a trip by myself to my school that I trained at. So this is going to be huge for me. I'm thankful that WestJet settled because I was not sure if I was going because of their strike. But so I'm excited to travel by myself and meet people that I've been corresponding with for the last year from all over the world. I'm pumped about that. So yeah, it's been grateful for me, and I plan on continuing to work on my connection for sure and being open to the new relationships coming into my life.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Have a great trip, my friend.
Thanks.
All right, Jerry, passing it over to you because we did start a bit ahead of 1:30. So Zoom
Yeah,
is
sorry I'm late.
That's all right. Zoom's going to cancel us out in about 5 minutes. So
You know what? I'm just going to say, guys, I've been watching this from afar, and it's so nice to see Rona Parsons on video, and I love seeing Kim. I often say that the most successful people in the world, the most fulfilled, there's only one common denominator, and we've tested this and interviewed thousands of people, and the one common denominator is this kind of plan. It's that they create success habits and they live it every single day. It's the only major differentiator, because I see people like Rona and Kim who are so talented, and I see a lot of talented people. And the only differentiator, again, is just that consistent application of success habits. And that's what I love about 28-day plans like this, because I often say if you just follow a plan like this and keep following it and keep following it and keep following it, your life's going to change. And if you want it to be at that next level, and I think you both do, it's that consistent application. So Mo Hagan, I think you've done a great job with this plan. I just think it's such a beautiful plan. So thanks for letting me watch.
Thank you, Jerry. And I have to say, we should talk about what we can do with this, because I've done it now 2 months in a row. And then, of course, I played with it when I created it. And as I continue to use it,
Mm-hmm.
the energy around it grows.
Yeah.
And, I'm very grateful to you for inviting me to step out of my busyness of my life to create something like this, because you know me very well.
Mm-hmm.
You can help ground me by giving me creative projects, and also the trust to take this, which is near and dear to you and Angela's heart,
Mm-hmm.
and gift it to someone to create for definers. So thank you for that.
Thank you
Really
so
appreciate
much.
it.
It's awesome. It's an awesome plan. And it's awesome to see people like Mo Hagan who are always continually elevating. They're lifting the bar. They're raising the bar. And that's what it's about. In this very busy age, I like to focus on a few people and explosive projects like the 28-day plan. And I just rock and roll with it. And that's what's so exciting. So you guys are on fire, and just keep connecting and keep living it, because you're both up to some amazing stuff. And I love the bracelets, Mo. That looks so cool.
Thank you.
I love it. Anyway,
All right. Well,
congratulations.
I'm off to my, I'm going to have my gazpacho soup that is
Nice.
homemade, authentic vegan, and my avocado toast.
Yum.
Wow.
Yum, yum.
And then I'm
That's
off
delicious.
the rest of my training. Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's been an honor to work with you guys and to be part of this journey with you.
Likewise.
And I really am very, truly grateful. Rona, we've been connected for so long, and even though our paths went different ways, look at what the universe brought us back together through things like this. Kim, I just think you're like a sister, because we've been together for, 25 years plus a few months.
Yeah.
As you celebrated that big quarter century at Good Life. And Jerry, you're just a very special person that came into my life, and I feel like you're a brother from another mother. And if we were from the same mother, we'd both be in big time trouble, because we had similar upbringings, and I don't think our mother could have handled both of us standing in the hallway for talking too much at the same time.
I love it.
On that note, I'm going to go, okay?
Okay,
guys.
namaste.
Okay.
Thank you.
Namaste. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
Catherine.